So yesterday there was a ruling by Justice Anthony Mrima saying that children have a constitutional duty to take care of their elderly parents. Now, I have no problem with the judge. Judges normally issue rulings based on prayers. So somebody must have applied, somebody must have filed that case. Based on far-reaching or wide-ranging concerns amongst perhaps the elderly people. We don't know what drove them to file that lawsuit. But I've watched Justice Anthony Mrima, and his rulings have been very sober, very concise. I like him. And so, but at the end of the day, the reality of enforcing such an order is, because one cannot give what they don't have. So, if somebody is living in a one-room apartment, then how do you take care of your parents? The thing is, what did the parents do? How did we get here that you're desperately going to court to ask for court orders to be taken care of? How did we get here? We got here because of your complacency, because of your naivety, because of your collective stupidity. All of you were there, and we were talking about this the other day. The thing with the older generation is you people don't like taking responsibility for your errors. You were there in a time of plenty. You guys were living the reserve. You're living the up country. You come to Nairobi with just your ID. You are guaranteed a job. Once you get a job, you're guaranteed loans, access to loans and mortgages. What did you do with that? You just allowed Moi and Kenyatta to encroach into your civil liberties, into your common sense. You are listening to a song, so many vijana, I don't know what, things that you should have foreseen and mitigated. You see, we were talking about the poor electoral choices the other day, and everyone has been all up in my grill saying that, Francis, you're being unfair to the older generation. No, but they are stupid. They are stupid and they can't be helped. And the only way now they can help us, if they want us to take care of them in their old age, the only way they can help us, truly and truly I say unto you, the only way the older generation can help us is if you don't vote in the next elections. We don't want to hear your opinions. We don't want to hear your advice. We are tired of you people. You were misled by the system. You are not even misled. You volunteered yourselves to be exploited by every successive regime. And elections for you became just another beauty contest where you're just going to rubber stamp anything that, if it's a wave, it's what, and then you dragged some of your children, and the children who listened to you are suffering. Like now, the children who listened to the older generation and now did things like doing the vaccines and the Huduma number, they are going to suffer because of listening to the older generation who have, can we call them mentally impotent? They've bequeathed us nothing other than crisis. And then they huddle to churches. And then in between their churches, their work is just gossiping, judging people from a moral high ground. They didn't create any opportunities for us. They've just been building churches here, left, right, and center. Who do they deserve? Do people who have squandered our future, do they deserve to be taken care of? That's the question. I wish I had filed a response to that case if I knew it existed. But the question is, do they deserve to be taken care of? Clearly, you absconded your duty. You did not even question because you are so subservient to the powers that be, to the political structure of the day. When Moi, together with Bishop Dingi Monanzeki and all the Julia Ojiambo and all the other idiots who came up with 844, including the founder of Desta, you were more than willing to just follow suit. You didn't bother to critique the system, to, can we say, analyze it and to poke holes into the fact that they had expunged all co-curricular activities, and now we were just being drilled, not taught. You understand? So, do these older generations, and then afterwards, every electoral cycle, they're just dragging young children into making more and more mistakes, digging their holes deeper. So, and then you look at now, you're the landlords. You're the landlords. Your work is just increasing rent for no good reason. It's not that you've improved the house. It's not like you've painted it. It's not like you've done anything. But every year or every 2 years, you have to increase rent because it's supposed to be done. You understand? Look at now the legal system, the judiciary system. Lawyers are making a lot of money from what? They're making a lot of money from succession battles, because even the least, like if just leaving a will, just splitting your property, you because you thought you live forever. You never thought a day you will come the way you'll need your children. So and then the ones who are there, they sell their property, they take everything to church. Why aren't churches being compelled? The churches which have benefited from the money of these same people, they have the churches have taken more money than the families themselves. Why aren't the churches being compelled to take care of the elderly people? This is we don't want young people to be used as cannon fodder in the war of attrition, so that these guys have squandered their future. They have embarked on poor political choices, and then now they want us to clean their mistakes. Look at them in their infinite stupidity. What have they done? They grabbed all the playgrounds, all the green spaces. Yeah, they oversaw a flawed educational curriculum. They elect people poorly, and then now they want us to clean their mess. This is the duplicity of these idiots we call boomers. We cannot live in peace, because every other day boomers are on Twitter. One day you're having Ahmed Nasir, and then the other day you're having Mutahingunyi, and then all of them are just trying to spread fear to us every day, because they are endearing themselves to the regime so that they can have access to whatever monetary benefits that are there that we are not aware of. But boomers have not allowed us to live our lives. Look at the new constitution. While we celebrate it, it was just an avenue for them to create jobs for themselves. You see, so boomers, do you really deserve to be taken care of? If you want to be taken care of, and that's why I told the young people, you have to negotiate with your parents and grandparents and tell them it's in their best interest not to go and vote, because we want to build a new future. We want to chart a new destiny away from their stupidity, away from their collective naivety. And tell them there is a way you can, there's a carrot you can dangle to them. Because you tell them, if you want me to take care of you, first of all, I have to consolidate my finances. I cannot consolidate my finances when you are constantly voting for the current crop of despots who are always presenting themselves. And me, the first time I ever presented myself for elections, it was the older generation who are undermining my candidacy. Toxicity, and they have also can we say nurtured or bred a new era of idiots like themselves. You understand? So for those ones to for us to chart a new future, a new destiny, this older generation has to be suppressed. They are listening to Kameme and Inoro and Githeri Media and everything, and Mutahingunyi has come at great cost to the country, to our prosperity. You see, now we are talking about banks. We are talking about everything banking, that banks are posting 250 billion in 1 year, while companies are closing down. You can see SMEs are shutting down. There are no more businesses. We are glorifying, if you go to your churches today, which are headed by boomers, they are glorifying importers. Importers are the ones who are seated there, contractors, entrepreneurs, the guys who are building roads that are killing us. They are the ones who are celebrated by those same boomers who want us to take care of them. If you go and meet these stupid boomers, and I meet them every other day, you try and give them a proposal, you try and tell them, let's do this, we can create opportunities, we can create some money. These idiots don't want to listen. They start, have you ever given a proposal, pitched a proposal to an old bastard? They start dozing off. But when you start gossiping, they are all ears. Now, these are the same useless bastards who want us to take care of them in their old age. And we are saying no. The only trade-off, if you want to be taken care of, is don't vote in 2027. We don't want to hear you expending your third-rate political opinions. That's the only way. Otherwise, we are going to take you to the Goto home for the aged. You stay there. You saw that BBC expose where they were being caned. They were being caned, the parents. The same way you left us to the broken education system, the 844 system, where you are sending us to teachers, abusive teachers, who are just caning us, who are just speaking ill about us. I went to schools where the teachers were so pathetic. All the time, all the time they were just, they could not bless you with something positive. You guys are talking about mwalimu wa maths. All the time they could only curse you. They couldn't speak anything positive to you. They couldn't preach prosperity. And now those same old bastards want us to take care of them, and they are going to court. The audacity. So So if you want us to take care of you, don't vote in 2027 and don't mislead your children. We don't want to hear your stupid and retarded opinions. Simple.